better than some.
Hey, this is Sam from Architects, and you're watching vocalvictim.de. I think for us, I don't think we like set out to do well with it, and I think that might have led to it doing well. I think we kind of went off our own backs and just wanted to write a really heavy record, and it came out great. It was something that we all put so much effort into, but I don't think you know, when we were writing it, we weren't thinking about how it was going to go down. It was more just kind of like, oh, let's just write the heaviest record we can, and the record that we'd want to hear. You know, I think that's what you do as a band. You kind of go into the studio and write the record that's kind of missing from your CD collection. So I think we did that, and the success of it has been crazy. I mean, in Germany, and to chart in Germany is crazy. We've never charted in Germany, and in Australia we were in like the top 20, and same in the UK. It's pretty wild, pretty wild. It's a difficult one. I think there's a definite vibe that goes throughout the whole thing. Just a very, I think, a quite an intelligent, heavy record. I think that's probably the best way to describe it. But yeah, I can't really think of anything. It's quite hard to describe your own band, but it's quite good. I'll tell you that. I don't know. I think we're very like real about the size of our band and where we think it can go. I think what's going on now has kind of been the dream for us, like to do well in Europe and to be able to do like a tour for so long. Like, but you know, this is going to end up being like a 5-week, 6-week tour of UK and Europe. You know, the same thing really. But and for all the shows to be so good, it's ridiculous. Like normally we have like a few good shows in a whole European run, but everything every show is ridiculous right now, and I can't quite believe it. It's like when you go on stage and you're like, what is going on? There's like a sold out show tonight. Like, we're not used to selling out shows before we play them, so we're all finding it quite exciting. Yeah, thank you. It's quite good, isn't it? See, that's what it should be on the front cover. It's quite a good CD. All you have to do is write a good CD and then you start doing well. It's that easy.
Why didn't you do it then?
Hey, who knows? Who knows? Well, we'd known of them for a while because they'd recorded our friends in Bring Me, and they'd done a lot of other bands that we've known. But Henrik came to a show we were playing in Sweden on our last headline tour, and was like, "Oh, if you come to our studio, I'll make your guitar sound really good." And we were like, all right, he's honest. And then yeah, and then we knew we were writing like the heaviest thing we'd ever done, and it kind of just made sense for us to go to a studio that could make everything sound massive. And yeah, he killed it. He worked so hard on it. He was like the 5th member of the band, and yeah, it was a really good time.
How long did it take?
I think it was just over a month in there. But we worked like all night as well. We could record at any time of the day, so we kind of just drove ourselves insane really. But no, it was good. I think Gravedigger's probably my favourite. It's because we open with it as well. No shocks there. We open our set with it, so it's a big one for kind of like crowd participation. And it was kind of written with that in mind. You know, we wanted a song that we could kind of go out, you know, anywhere in the world and play and get people going. And yeah, it's a good one. It's probably one of the best ones on the record, I think. Well, the first day of this tour, we did some like pre-production thing, and I lost my voice for the first time in like 10 years. I'd never lost it before. I think the nerves kind of got to me a bit because of how big the tour was. Yeah, and I don't really know, really. I used to be able to go, well, I've never lost my voice, but now I have lost my voice. Well, it's back now, it's fine. It was fine the day after. It's back. I don't know what I was worried about. I probably didn't really lose it. But no, you just have to look after it. I do warm-ups, and I had a singing teacher when we recorded in America. He did some stuff with me, and yeah, I think it's just sort of like muscle memory. It kind of just gets used to it after a while, and yeah, I have a lot of people just go like, how do you do it? And it's like, well, I think the thing is with my voices, there's not really any technique to it. It's just kind of honest. I'm just shouting, you know. If you're in a band and you're writing about things that mean stuff to you, you're pissed off. So it's like having an argument for an hour and a half, right? So yeah, I don't know. I wish I did. I wish I could bottle it and sell it. Well, for me, I joined after they'd released one record. So I remember seeing Architects because I used to be in a couple of bands that played a couple of shows with them. And me and Ali worked. We both had jobs on the same street in this town called Worthing, where Ali's from. And I remember him coming into this place where I worked and being like, "Oh, come and hang out. Like, I want to ask you a few questions at lunch." I was like, "All right, cool." I knew he was in the band. I didn't know him very well, but then I kind of went to see him at lunch, and he was like, "Oh, our vocalist has left the band." Oh, no, he said Matt's left the band. Like, if you want to join, and I was like, "Oh, if you want to try out." And I played drums at the time, and I didn't know the guy, so I was like, "Oh, there's no way I can play drums that well." And he was like, "No, you fucking idiot." He was like, "I mean, like, try it on vocals." I was like, "Oh, I'll give it a go, yeah." And then, yeah, the rest is history. And now we're fucking 10 years in, 6 albums, and it's more fun than it's ever been, so can't complain. Is it just items, or can you take people? Can you take people? Okay. I would take my girlfriend, because she's like my best friend, so she would have to come with me, for sure. That's number one. Number two, I would take a football. Oh mate, no, because I'm trying to. Actually, I wouldn't take a football. I'd take my girlfriend. I'd take some matches, or maybe a lighter, so we could like start fires, and a guitar. I'd take a guitar as well, and just force myself to learn the guitar, so we'd have some sort of music. Pretty boring, that, isn't it? But that's what I would like. Very nice, very safe, I think, as well. You know, there's the wood for the guitar there for fun. You know, for us, for stuff to do. There's the matches to start fires, to like cook food and stuff. And then there's my girlfriend that I can hang out with and have a good time. It's easy. Perfect. No. Thanks very much for supporting our band at the moment. I don't really know what's going on and how we're doing quite so well in your beautiful country, but thank you so much, and it definitely doesn't go underappreciated, so thank you so much.